Welcome back. He's been making us laugh for nearly 50 years, starting as a stand-up, then moving to TV and movies. Now Tim Allen is back on the road performing stand-up in cities across the country, and he comes to Minneapolis Friday night. And Tim Allen joins us this morning. Audience, give it up for Mr. Tim Allen.
Thank you for that. It's really weird doing this stuff on Zoom. I love being on TV shows, and it's just weird. But anyway, thanks for having me.
I know, because Tim, can you see me? Like, can you see me in this situation? Yeah. Okay. Well, I can see you. You look good, buddy. You look good.
Thanks. Yeah. I ran into the house. I'm in my garage. This is where I'm most comfortable. Plus, I'm looking at I got a bunch of hot rods in here, and I was thinking about, my kid goes, "Do well, Dad." Just walking out. I'm feeding her breakfast. I got to take her to school in about 20 minutes. And I'm thinking how different this is. Anyway, thanks for having me. I said, I'm doing a TV show, but I'm on Zoom, and then we're talking about stand-up, and it's just been a wild morning already. But anyway, good morning.
Well, good morning. Good morning. What is it like, Tim? Can you believe that, life is, I think it's cyclical. Can you believe, starting in 75, do you still enjoy stand-up, my friend, as much as you did in the early days?
There's moments that it's more. It reminds me of my anarchist background. As Jay Leno and I talk about it, we've both been on the road. I've been on the road consistently since then. It's just not as much as when I'm doing movies, TV, and all what you said. It's tell joke, get checked. It's a constant contact between me and the audience. My life changed when I saw Richard Pryor in concert when I was young, and it changed me. I just couldn't believe that I could laugh that hard, feel that different by a man standing on stage. And I've been blessed being able to do that. So there's moments on stage I just adore being able to trick you all into listening to me, because I've got something coming that's going to make you all laugh, which is a very strange subject. I was a philosophy major in college. And there's a philosopher, I'll probably get the name wrong, Wittgenstein, who said, you're never sure that people know anything about language, whether I know the same thing conceptually, and we say orange, for example, and you say orange. And he's to philosophy class, to be honest with you, I said to the teacher, were all these guys depressed? I mean, was there ever a funny philosopher? And at one point I said, the truth of it is, a stand-up comic, I do know that you understand what I said because you're laughing at where I think you should laugh. And so it's a blessing. That said, as I get into my age, and I love being around my family, and when I do TV shows here in LA, I get to work here. On the road, this has been, all my life I've been on the road, and it's getting less and less interesting. Plane travel, airports, getting in and out, hotels, I'm real fussy about hotels, do my own laundry when I get there and get my suits ready for the show. I love being on stage, and I love being in towns, and I love being back in theaters that I played before. So, it's a blessing. Absolutely.
Tim, how have audiences changed over the years? And I would imagine we've had, Jay has been on our show many times, used to be in The Family with his game show, and I would talk to him about different portions of the country. Some jokes would play better than others. What's the biggest change in audiences, Tim, now compared to like the 70s and 80s?
It's a political bent. As I told somebody a long time ago, my political side is I'm a comedian, and I'm never very comfortable with government taking money, taxes. That's my political party. Whoever adjusts that, pay off your bills, debt and all that. Once you get forced into, if you didn't vote this way, then you must be like this. And that's been the weirdest thing about this. And so I have a joke. My routine starts with, these are going to be the things that I talk about. This is what I mean by these things. And it isn't political. It's just sometimes I'll use word. And right now words, unlike MLK, or even my mother, when I'm a religious family, my mom used to say, it's the content of your heart, same thing that Martin Luther King said. It's the content of a heart, not what the people say. And she used to say, sticks and stones will break our bones, but names will never hurt me. And I grew up like that. And now all of a sudden it's completely flipped. You got to be very careful what you say. And I said, I don't know. You can say things in Europe that you cannot say here. You can say things in Japan that you can't say here. So words are very variable, and right now there's a judgment that is out there. And aside from that, there's a lot of stuff that's just not so funny. I mean, as of lately, what's happened in the Middle East, especially in Israel, is it's like the elephant in the room.
Yeah, it's hard not to. It's not hard not to just even acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it, and then everybody gets into that mood. And I said, I've talked to my group here and my family today, and when I come to town, I don't. We all know what's going on. This is not why we're here. And I said, I'm not ignoring what's going on. I said, it's been a real dilemma for me. And I said, these days, what I found is there's a relief. Sometimes I say, my grandma always used to yell about the government with the big cigarette goes, well, who's going to pay for it? And that was all. That was her political party. And generally, if I'm in like Western or Eastern Pennsylvania, they'll go, oh, come on. And then you get to Fort Wayne-ish, Indiana or Alabama, people, yeah, you know. So sometimes I think that the middle of us want to pay our bills. The middle of us want to know our taxes are going to where they're supposed to. As long as I stay in that lane, and I don't stay in that lane by choice, I stay in that lane because that's kind of where I am.
I love it. Buddy, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Can't wait to see you here.
Well, thanks for having me, man. It really is. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. Tim Allen, everybody. Go get tickets if you're in the Twin Cities or watching us from other cities. Go to Tim's social. But this locally, if you're watching us locally, he'll be here at the Orpheum Theater on Friday night. He hits Las Vegas next month. And for all showtimes and tickets, head to timallen.com. And if you noticed, we are supporting the SAG-AFTRA strike. We are not asking any questions about any project to continue and go with those rules. So that's why I did not. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment.